Right, we're here with Grosvenor Sport. I'm Jamie O'Hara. This is Rory Jennings and Flex, and we're here to talk some football Christmas chat. January transfer window's coming up, big time of the season. All three of our teams need to sign new players, I think. More so, probably Spurs.
Yeah.
We need a lot of
Man United need to sign some big
because the
players.
manager needs some stuff that suits his style, which we clearly don't have, so we're just trying to get by.
But I would actually say that it's us. It's us that need it the most, because if we get it right, we win the league. Yeah, we need it the most.
You spend 1.2 billion.
We need it the most because there's the most at stake.
No, because you're already competing without that.
You sign a couple of players, you finish 8th. We sign a couple of players, we win the league.
No. This pity party that Chelsea fans keep doing about we're not in a title race because we need this or we need that.
Surely that makes sense.
You spend 1.2 billion. This isn't a darling thing or 5,000 to 1 like Leicester. You spent 1.2 billion.
It's the jeopardy. If we make the right signing in this January transfer
Who's the
window,
right signing?
we win the league.
Who is the right signing?
All I want for Christmas is my two front. No, all I want for Christmas. I think we need a goalkeeper more than anything. Look, a centre half. If I'm being greedy, I've got a centre half because I think that we've got two very good centre halves. But I don't think that they're good enough together. What we need, certain players, they look good with someone else. So, for example, Konate looks a better player with Van Dijk. Gary Cahill looks a better player with John Terry. Sometimes you just look better. Yeah. We've got two Gary Cahills. What we need is one statesman, and Fofana can play with him, or Cole can
Gary Cahill's ain't bad.
Don't win you a league, though.
I don't know.
Don't win you a league. No, Gary Cahill was an excellent player. I love Cahill. Don't get me wrong. But he was so much better alongside Terry.
I think the keeper is he's got a bozo gene in a minute, Sanchez.
He's got
everything can be quite calm. Then all of a sudden, he either comes running out, misses it, kicks it out. Because I've got an Anna, so I know. Do you know what I mean? I know the bozo gene can just kick in.
Hard to get a kick. Can you,
Are you in a title race?
100%.
Right.
You know
what? Thank you for saying that. Because there's so many Chelsea fans saying that they're not in a title race, we can't win the league.
I did
we're
say
not
that.
there yet. We're a young team. All this nonsense, load of rubbish. You're in a title race.
I took some convincing.
And if you don't win it, then at the end of the season you can say, you know what, maybe next year.
They're not favourites, but they're in contention.
But don't say you're not in it because you are. Because you're playing some good football.
We're halfway through the season now. You know what I mean?
It took you long enough.
We say long enough. I mean, in very recent memory, we were champions of the world.
Oh, here we go.
If we're talking about something taking long enough, we're going to go 08 for a trophy. We're not going to go Chelsea.
If I'm being fair to Chelsea as well, at the beginning of this season, I'll call it right, and you probably thought it as well. To be fair, you're looking at Enzo Maresca, you're going, that ain't going to last. He's come from the Championship.
Wait.
Look what's going to happen here.
Do you know what I said?
They've got all these players, and to be fair to them, he went. I don't know what all you lot are talking about. I'm working with 24.
Yeah.
Raheem Sterling, you can go. Mudryk, you can go. And then now we're going to Chelsea fans. Puff your chest out and tell us you're in title race. When we went, you're going to finish 10th.
And if we get it right, so with these signings, if we get it right and we sign, I don't know, like Dream Kelleher, Donnarumma, I don't know, right? Yeah. Whoever that goalkeeper is that is available.
Donnarumma.
It's got to be better than
that. Want him. He's not good with his feet. He's terrible with his feet. Sanchez is just as good as him, mate. Trust me. Donnarumma is not a good keeper.
Mike Mannion.
He's been hyped
up.
He's
whoever it is, whoever it is, if we can get the goalkeeper right, we win the league. Simple as that.
I'll tell you what's gone very quiet at Chelsea, and fair play to him. Everyone was talking about you need a striker, and Nicholas Jackson's actually been good.
Well, it's all. Do you know what it is? We scored the most amount of goals in the league. That's what it.
Have you?
Yeah. We're the highest goal scorers in the Premier League. It isn't necessarily that we've got the one, but we've got.
On that. I'm sure Tottenham
you definitely do not. They might be up there.
Don't know, mate.
They might be up there, but come on.
We need a fact check.
No backtracking. 100%. No. I mean, the fact that you didn't both take my word for that, I'm feeling slightly offended.
I know you're high scorers though, so I'm not saying
offended here.
You scored a few goals.
You doubted me. You doubted my footballing knowledge. That's weird.
We wouldn't normally do that, but for this one we have to.
We've got goal scorers, and we've got goals all over the team.
You do.
So for Christmas, you want a centre half and a goalkeeper.
Exactly. You?
Jeez, where do I start?
New manager?
No.
You can't start there.
No, I want him. No, I don't want a new manager. I don't. I think he's. No, I want to keep. I want to keep Ange. I want him to change his ways. That's what I'd like.
He's never going to do that. Though.
They want a New Year's resolution from Ange.
Yeah,
that's what I want. A New Year's resolution to change in-game management. Give me that, and then I'm happy.
Jay, you had 9 men against Chelsea. You said we'll play the same. In
when you're winning a game and you're 2-0 up, and you can adapt. You know, I said it when I watched Nottingham Forest play Man United when they pumped you. And it was 3-1 up, and they're playing Olays, and they're taking the mick out of United at Old Trafford. Do you remember it?
Yeah, I remember.
Battering them.
All of
a sudden, Man United score, and you go, oh, they're back in it. And Nuno goes, right, bump, bump, bump. He changes it, 5 at the back.
Yeah.
We ain't playing nice football. We're going to turn it. We're going to put it in the channels, and we're going to let Man United come
on. And you can't do that. That's why you're turning up against Brighton and still lost.
So that's what I'm saying. Yes, and that's why I want Ange's New Year's resolution is to in-game management and change his tactics.
So for you, is it not players? If you're going to say, all I want for Christmas is it pragmatic management?
No, I want new players.
Who do you want?
I want Mbeumo.
Yeah.
I want Mitoma. Yeah. I want. Who else do I want? Oh, there's a few I'd have.
Maybe Mitoma would be such a Tottenham player as well. He'd be such in keeping with their culture.
Yeah, I'd probably take Ben Chilwell on loan as well because the doggy plays every single game.
Chilwell?
Yeah, I'd take him on loan.
Fit, can he?
Well, he's fit. He just can't get in the squad.
He doesn't play regular.
But because the thing is, right, our second string team ain't good enough. When we're fit, and Van der Ven's fit, and Romero's fit, and Porro's fit, and the doggy's fit, it looks good. The problem is they're never all fit. It's rare that you get them all fit. So you need backup to them players. And look, centre halves, you're playing Archie Gray there, and he's, it's a bit harsh on him. So we need another set. Dragasand is a bit heavy for me. Ben Davies he's all right.
God, you want a lot, mate.
Yeah. Well, Son needs replacing.
Santa's.
Son needs. Look, I've been saying.
How good have you been this year?
How big is his slate?
He's got a big sack. A big old sack, Santa. We're going to fill it up.
Right.
But Son needs replacing.
Okay, so what
is he done?
Hang on a minute. We need some quantifiable. Right. What do you want?
I want a left winger.
What's everything?
I want a left winger.
So Mitoma.
I'd love Mitoma.
Right.
I'd take a right winger. And Mbeumo.
Okay.
Johnson's been good to be fair, but again, we still need better players.
Okay.
Yeah, you need to keep progressing.
So Mitoma
we need another centre mid because the midfield's not been good enough, and we need a centre half and
greedy.
Yeah,
no, but they're shit.
No, that's it.
No, it's not greed.
Greed.
It's not greed.
Mate, you can't do this. If you write this list
Well,
to
you've got to
Santa,
have 3.
have you been good?
But you didn't really say you only have 3. They need a lot.
I'll take Marcus Rashford. Give me Marcus Rashford. I'll take him all day.
Yeah.
We won't pay his wages because Daniel Levy won't put his hand in his pocket and pay $350.
And he won't drop his demand.
But if he does want to leave and Man United do want to get rid of him, let's take him. They pay half, we pay half.
He'd be a great player for Tottenham.
And I think he'd be really good for us. I just don't know whether that is a move that he would want.
It's not because you're a small club.
No, we're not a small club. I just think he thinks he's bigger than what he actually is.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. To him, he would say, I'm not going down to that level.
So I'm not playing, I'm not going Spurs. You think he's PSG or Real Madrid.
Exactly.
But
Tottenham are better proposition than PSG, though. You'd rather play for Tottenham and Paris Saint-Germain, wouldn't you?
Depends on the individual.
I don't know, mate.
Depends on the individual.
League, mate.
Premier League.
Yeah, if you just go Champions League, win the league every year.
Scoring goals against Montpellier.
Yeah, some players are get more money as well.
Yeah, I suppose.
Do you know what I mean?
What about you, Man United? What do you need
we need a lot, because obviously the gaffer's changed halfway through.
Don't be greedy.
No, I'm not. I won't. Well, I won't. So I won't name everything we need then.
You need a lot.
But we do need a lot.
Prioritise. I want 3 things.
The priority, straight off the bat, we need wing backs, man. Like, especially left wing back. Like, bad. Dallow's struggling out there. Malacia, bless him, has been out with double knee up. Like, you can't expect him to come.
Do you think you could redefine someone? Like, do you know there was talk about Anthony maybe reimagining himself?
Not left wing back, no. Right wing back, yeah, Ahmad's done it, And
he's a good player,
he's
by the way.
excellent,
isn't he?
excellent.
He's top drawer.
What Ten Hag was doing, he needs to come back and be put on trial for why you didn't play Ahmad. Crimes against football. I've said it many times. I don't know what he was doing. But left wing back, Dallow's really struggling with that role, and Malacia's not it, and Luke Shaw's injured again.
Yeah, forget it.
Get me Anthony Robinson from Fulham.
Yeah, you ain't getting him.
I think he's going to Liverpool,
You ain't getting him, mate.
Did you hear
He is at it.
Did you hear his press conference?
Physical, powerful.
You know, off the back of the Liverpool game.
Perfect.
Off the back of the Liverpool game, I swear his press conference was like, "Come and get me from Liverpool." He basically went, I felt like we were down to 10 men. They were amazing. Yeah. Great fans. He was like, I know what you're up to.
But that profile, I like Kirkes at Bournemouth. Listen, a dream which is not going to happen, but it's only because his contract's going to run out with free. There's been a few reports about Alphonso Davies and that. But someone like that who is at it,
so
at left wing back.
And what's next?
I need also a striker. I need a striker.
Højlund.
Xerxes not a striker.
Højlund's
not a striker, mate.
Højlund?
Nah. Højlund's got potential. But we're now back to square one where we've only got him.
It's a terrible statement to Højlund if you go and buy it. So are you talking about buying somebody?
Rasmus Højlund should never have been bought for £74 million, 18, right? But he was. All the pressure on. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We still need a proper
anyone in like what? Like proper money?
Obviously, like Gyökeres is the one that's mentioned. He's fantastic. He knows the
Honestly,
manager's
Man
side.
United
It don't have to be him.
Alphonso Davies,
Don't have to be him.
Gyökeres. I mean,
Gyökeres is doable.
You're not Bayern Munich.
Gyökeres is doable. He's just playing for Sporting, mate. What are you talking about?
Come on.
The manager's it's the same manager.
I know, but it's gonna,
How's that
comes up
doable?
for Sal. He ain't
Gyökeres has
going
got more
Man
chance
United.
going Man United than he has got going to Spurs or you who don't need one or Liverpool who don't need one.
I think the relationship with
Man United
Amorim
can get
must
Gyökeres
be
easy.
significant.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's not out of the realms that we can't get him.
So
No, but I think that kills Hoyland.
Yeah, it kills
Yeah,
him.
but it's not. But no,
Kills
but
him.
this is what I'm saying
It
about
does
the big.
kill
You're talking about the big clubs. Since when do we go? Oh, sorry, we don't want Rasmus to feel upset. You're 20. What have you done in the game? You're not a top level striker.
Yeah, I know,
Kills
but
who?
yeah,
I need options.
you need
I
to
used to have
develop
four.
players.
I used to have Andy Cole, Teddy Sheringham, flipping
Dwight
Dwight
Yorke
Yorke and Andy Cole, mate. I don't
Yeah,
care
I
about
know,
killing
but-
options for a kid who ain't done nothing.
This is what Man United
And he's
do.
good.
Man United kill their players. They kill their players.
No.
That is what they do. They kill
what we
their
also do
players.
is accept mediocrity.
Like
we're in a small club,
Marcus
but we're not.
Rashford now is leaving Man United.
Yeah, because he ain't good
out.
enough. Because he ain't good enough, Jay.
He is good enough.
No, he's not.
If he was at Liverpool, Man City, let
No.
me tell you now, he'd be good
No.
enough.
You
Man
will be getting
United
in.
killed
with the
players.
performances where he's not
That's what
running.
you do.
When he's running.
So what we've got is we've got a left back from you.
And a left
we've got
back
a centre
striker.
forwards, and finally,
basically
or is that
the
enough?
No, I need other things.
In
as well.
the centre half.
Not in
I
January
need-
though.
Not in January. I'd have another midfielder, either another 10, because in them 10 positions we're struggling. Garnacho can't play it. Rashford can't play it. Mount's injured again. It's only really Bruno and Ahmad in there, really, who's viable.
Don't you think you need like a midfielder? If he wants to play that formation, 3-4-3, you need a midfielder who is like box to box, can get up and down, can do everything.
Is that not meant to be Mount?
No. Mount's playing in the 10s. Mount's playing in the 10s.
Mount's never been that player. Mount's never been that player.
What he wants is what we've been seeing, which has worked, and the City game's a good example, is Ugarte is the one who can get about the pitch.
Yeah.
Kobe Mainoo was next to him because he's fantastic on the
Stable
ball.
on the ball,
Yeah.
You can't rush him on the ball.
And
He
Bruno
stays on the ball.
Fernandes for the
And
magic.
Bruno Fernandes for the magic. So it can work.
Well, you two have both been really greedy here. I feel like I'm the only one who's played this game properly.
Yeah, but
You wanted a couple of things.
I know, but you've already
You
spent
said a goal in
£1.2
and a
billion,
keeper.
mate. How many more
about
players do
greed.
you want?
Mate, you were
About
basically
greedy.
delivering some monologue. You were on
Honestly,
about
mate.
every single
asked me
player
to
on the
explain
pitch.
what I want.
Every single player on the pitch.
I said
needed
free.
replacing.
I said
yeah,
free.
but you could have carried on.
Greedy.
I said free. Yeah, because we're not
That's for
good.
you.
We
Greed.
finished 8th.
Graz on 15-year contracts.
Greed. Give us a goalie, we win the league. As simple as that.
Oh, do me a favour. Right, I'll tell you what we've got to do. We've got to rank the season so far. We've got the league table in front of us, and we just got to give them a ranking. Should we start at the
Easy.
top or the bottom? 1 to 10.
Start at the bottom.
Start at the bottom, work it up.
Start at the bottom, yeah.
I'll start.
Because the bottom's quick.
Southampton, 0.
Well,
Southampton, 0. Russell Martin,
man.
0. They're
Yeah.
on for Derby County's 11-point record, 0.
Awful.
It's been
Awful.
Shocking.
People are too nice about them as
No,
well.
I don't
I
know
know,
how
but
you
where'd
be
you go?
nice.
People are too nice.
Zero.
Can we put minus?
Minus.
Well, if you want, yeah.
I mean, I think we go minus 5.
Minus 5.
What, for sticking to them principles every week?
Yeah, like just minus
This is the way we
5.
play vibes.
Dumb.
Russell Martin,
Dumb.
you've come up into the league, you've tried to be like Pep,
Yeah.
you've ended up getting a sack
You know what
after
did it?
15
I think it was the
games.
Vincent
Like,
Company.
come on,
It was a
mate.
Vincent Company thing. He saw Vincent Company do it.
He wants to fail
get
forward.
relegated
wants to go up.
and get the Bayern Munich job.
This
He's
is
gone up
what,
and do
yeah, but
that.
this is what these new managers do, mate.
Yeah.
And it's got to stop.
Total load of
They come
rubbish.
up and they think, I'm going to stick to my principles because regardless of whether I'm at Southampton, I'm looking at the next job.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
you know, Southampton have gone, hold on a minute. No, you've been terrible
Yeah.
and we ain't having it.
You're
we need
right.
a manager
You're
to keep
right.
us in the
Minus
league.
5.
We are paying you to keep us in the league.
Yeah, I don't care
Not
about
for your
how you-
self-preservation.
Exactly.
Minus
And
5.
Vincent
Southampton.
Company's killed everyone.
He has, because they think that's the blueprint.
They think
now,
that's the
innit?
blueprint now. I'll Burnley get relegated. I get Bayern Munich job as long as I play good football.
that's an anomaly, that ain't
garbage. Like sort
Garbage.
yourself out.
Garbage.
Ain't good enough. I'm
Right.
glad he got the sack. I like him, but I'm glad he got the sack.
Yeah. What about
Because-
Wolverhampton Wanderers?
Oh mate,
I got a bit, but I
They're
got
a
a
bit
bit
better.
more.
Yeah.
They're a bit
Carry on,
better.
like-
They're a
Carry on,
null.
nil.
They're a null.
They're a
But
null.
yeah,
They're a minus,
because
they're a
obviously it's gone awful. The players are falling out of each other. Cunha's grabbing the glasses off different.
Can't do that. There's rules in fights, man. There's rules in fights.
Grabbing someone's glasses is a low
Mate,
blow.
you
man.
can't do that.
That
You
is
could
an
do
absolute
you could do almost anything. But what you cannot do is thieve the bespectacled man of his glass. Like, you can't do that.
That was so rude.
I feel for
carried
Gaz.
away.
I feel for Gaz.
But you can tell with everything he had to
Sorry.
contest with at the club, with the, they're selling all the best players, had to bring in young
Yeah.
players.
Yeah.
It's the reason why Lopetegui walked away.
Naught.
It's not an easy, but it's
Naught.
a naught.
He's on a note.
Ipswich.
Ipswich.
2.
Better, yeah, better.
4. I'm going to say 4.
No, you know what?
Because we expected them
I
to be
think
down
even
there.
more.
Right, I'd
I
say
think even more. They've
5.
beaten Tottenham this season.
That's not that's easy.
No, but
beating Tottenham.
right, you got to put into where you would expect them to be
Yeah,
at
exactly.
this stage
Bottom of the
season.
league.
Yeah, they're going to be. They're not bottom.
No, that's what you'd expect.
And
them
they're
to
in
be.
touching distance of getting out.
I
So
think
I
they've
would
been really
say, I'd say,
Yeah.
Because they give you a game as well. When you watch
Right.
their games,
You look at the
you know,
individual
Villa at
players.
home, they've
like,
got a draw. Man United, they've got a draw.
finish
Beat
16th
Spurs.
or 17th, that's
Yeah.
a
They've won the
9.
league for them.
100%.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
100%.
So-
And Kieran McKenna,
And
the
look
way
at
they
the
play
players.
as well.
Amari Hutchinson, they're
Yeah.
like they're playing
Yeah,
well.
Leif
Yeah,
Davis.
give them a
Six.
6 for
Yeah.
them. Leicester. sacked the manager already.
Yeah.
I mean,
Rude got a couple of wins straight away though. Got humbling at Newcastle.
I would say like a 4.
4's about right.
Yeah.
Because you still expect them to be fighting relegation.
They're not in the relegation zone, which is victory, isn't
So
it?
they're on
No,
course.
but they're Leicester.
Yeah, but
what do we expect?
Yeah.
We expect them to be fighting relegation.
I know, but they've won the Premier League.
Nah, but we can't put that on them now.
You
That
can,
was that
mate.
team.
They've got some good
The
players.
fact that they've won the Premier
What are
League,
you
we're
thinking?
saying
3.
I think a 4 because they've had to sack the manager, so that means it's been terrible.
Generous man.
Yeah, I think because Van Nistelrooy.
Because of Van Nistelrooy. Yeah.
All right, what about Everton?
Terrible. Dyche, terrible.
They
Terrible.
find a way.
Terrible, mate. Like,
Is it just
Have you
Everton
ever
though?
known
Is
a
it just
situation? Have
Everton?
you ever known a
I don't think
situation
it's
like this
terrible.
before? Where I've never known a situation. You know, most of the time with football, because it's also tribal, fans are split. I've never known a situation where every fan thinks the same. Every single Evertonian in the whole world ever believes that he should be sacked. I've never known that in football.
Yeah.
before.
listen, I think Everton are doing all right.
5 is par.
Like they're just like they're not great. They're not terrible.
Turgid
Yeah.
football, innit?
You know, like
So
it is
bad.
where they
It's
are
so
at the
nice,
moment.
isn't it?
They're
What do you
going into
expect?
the next season. They ain't really signed anyone.
Yeah,
I
they
just-
won't
Like,
go
they're
down
going
because
into
there's like
new
3 worse
ground.
teams.
All they've got to do this season is stay in the league.
And they will do
But
that.
they've been
And they
doing
will.
that. They have been doing that for the past 2 seasons.
No, but
Just
this
stay up
season
there.
especially because they can't
Yeah, they
start.
can't go down.
They can't
Yeah.
start in
Right.
that new stadium with
5.
like
Can we
QPR.
agree on 5?
5 is par.
Crystal Palace.
Not
Underwhelming.
Good. Not good.
No, I'm
Expected
gonna
so much
say
more off the back of last season.
3.
3. Yeah, I'm going
3.
with a 3.
Yeah, even
Ain't
that's
been
generous.
great, have they?
Yeah.
No.
West Ham.
Bad.
3.
Yeah,
3 at
terrible.
most.
With the window
even
they
less,
had.
even less. That's generous, you know. Not even,
Floppategi.
2.
Mate, I think West Ham could be the lowest team of all the teams we expected to be high. I think they could be the most.
Yeah, because
underperforming
people
team.
are saying they've won the
that's
transfer
next.
window.
That's
Is it?
next, yeah.
Okay.
Man United. 2.
Minus. I think you're back in minus. Manchester United are in their worst ever position in the
Mate,
league.
you're
aren't they?
13th.
Yeah,
You are 13.
Think of the club.
I'm
Think of
letting
what the
Take your
because I like
manager.
Ruben Amorim because he's got good clothes.
We're not
he's got
judging
good-
Am. We're not judging Am.
Sack your manager and your highest paid player wants to
We're the
leave.
lowest we've been.
Yeah.
This is our worst start in the Premier League.
Yeah.
We go minus.
I
We
think
go
it's
minus.
minus. I
Yeah,
think it's
minus.
minus.
We go -1.
-1.
Minus.
Yeah,
It could all change though with
terrible,
Amorim.
Is it not 0? He's brought us
No,
back
no,
to
you're
0.
minus.
He's
mate.
done well.
Minus.
But
Derby day
Eric
win.
Ten Hag had you -10.
Derby.
So he's
Derby
done well to
day
get it to
win.
-1.
Honestly.
Derby day win, no one
The
expected
worst
it, mate.
Derby day game I've seen in ages.
You won, mate. What
Years.
about your Derby day? Let Arsenal come and beat you again
It
with
was
no
a great,
players.
yeah, I know, but it's a great game, though, isn't it?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't, mate. It was an awful game.
It was
They won by a set
It was
piece.
I was there. It was
terrible,
terrible.
yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
It was a terrible
Terrible.
game.
Exactly.
Who's next? Newcastle United.
Newcastle?
Or
4.
Yeah, I'd say 4.
4. I
That'd
think
be
Howe's
good.
done.
Very inconsistent.
Yeah.
Not that Eddie Howe should get sacked or anything like that.
Do you know what I always
But-
think about Newcastle? I reckon they've got
shouldn't be
3
slow.
players, right, that get into every team in the league. And then they've got 7 players that get into nobody's team.
Who's that? Isak.
Isak gets in.
Yeah.
Bruno Guimaraes gets in, and Anthony Gordon gets in.
Yeah.
And then the other lot, Almiron gets into no one.
No, and Jacob Murphy.
Jacob Murphy gets into no one.
Yeah, but he's all right, though, Jacob Murphy.
Yeah, he's
No,
all right, but
good.
he's not top.
No, he's not.
What are we giving them then? Eddie Howe, 12th in the league. It's
Yeah,
not good
4.
enough, is it?
4, 3.
Newcastle fans will be disappointed. They've been really inconsistent this year.
Brentford.
Same. 8.
Home form's exceptional, isn't it?
Yeah, away form.
You know
is
what? Like,
abysmal.
they're a 10
Yeah.
at home and then they're a 1 away.
one
Yeah,
away.
so-
they can't
You know
win
they're
that.
bottom of the league
Yeah.
away from
Away
home.
from, yeah,
Like,
terrible.
that's like unacceptable.
I wouldn't go.
But they're top of the league at home.
No, but what? I would probably say like a 6 or 7.
I'd go, no.
7, I'd say 7.
I thought
7.
they might struggle this season after losing Tony, you know.
Yeah.
No, but the myth about that is when he was out for so long, they won so
did
many
well,
games
yeah.
without him. They were fine without him.
Buemo, mate, and Whistle.
Buemo.
So good.
So good.
So good.
So good.
7, I'd say.
Buemo is top.
7.
Top. Tottenham? 9.
Well, mate, I'm just going to
9.
say this, yeah. What's that record of the amount of games you've lost in the last sort of like 17 and
We've
all?
lost a
Like,
lot. We
it's
lose a
awful,
lot.
mate.
We
It's
lose
not
a
being
lot.
spoken about enough of how many games you've lost. You
Just-
know why?
Yeah,
You know
but-
why? Because you know what happens? He wheels out these couple of little performances where it's all great,
Yeah,
and
but City-
everyone's flying forward, and Pedro Porro's playing in the 10, and you got Udogie up front, and everyone's oh, this is so refreshing, and then you get slapped back down.
I
to,
think if you
down to
actually,
earth,
if you
and you
actually
go,
think
we
about
are
it,
shit.
mate, Galatasaray,
are.
Ipswich, Crystal Palace,
Mate,
2-0 up
Rangers.
against 2-0 up against Brighton. Didn't win.
result
Got
against
2-0
Rangers,
up
that, mate.
against
It's a good
Chelsea.
result.
I think it's a minus.
Awful.
It's a
It's
minus.
a minus, mate.
Let's
You're
calm down.
drastically
So hang on a minute.
below
Hold on a
Bournemouth.
minute. Can I say
Drastically
something?
below
Why
Bournemouth.
are Man United that low when we're only a few points off what you're saying then?
Because Man
the same
United are
thing.
terrible.
So are you.
No,
so are
we're
you.
not.
I love that. The most
That's the only thing.
unquantifiable sentence
just
ever.
terrible.
Because Man
But
United
you're terrible.
Yeah, but we're not terrible.
You are terrible.
We're not, no, we're not terrible.
Oh my
Like
God.
we've actually played good football, been exciting to watch, and
So
the results
what?
have killed us.
Good
Right?
football side. That's
Man United
Brighton
are
have done that.
awful.
Brighton have played good football
I'd
inside to
say
watch.
5.
David.
Let's say 5.
Jamie,
I love
We're
it.
on 5.
You disagree on 5.
I'm not agreeing on
Not
5.
agreeing on 5.
No, we're on
I'm
5.
just giving -1.
I'm
We're
out
on
voting.
5.
It
You're not
should be a
voting on
minus,
you.
mate.
Minus.
It hasn't been great.
Man United are in
There
minus.
has been some,
Mate,
you know,
you're
there's been
drastically
excitement.
below Bournemouth.
You're awful, mate.
But drastically below Bournemouth.
Jamie,
I'm
you're
not going to
bad
accept
side.
anything less than a 5. Okay, so let's move on.
Well, we know that's his bias.
I'm
You
not
don't know
accepting
how to
anything.
be
I'm
biased.
not accepting
Yeah.
anything less
So
than
we
a
got
5.
no say.
So let's move
Yeah.
on. Okay,
Yeah.
Brighton.
Brighton.
Hertzen has done well. They have like few
They've
bad
dipped a
patches.
little bit,
They've
haven't they?
dipped a little bit, but overall,
I think Brighton will
I think they've
probably be
done
where
alright.
they were meant, where you'd expect them to be.
because what?
Yeah.
Because we
6.
know they're a well-run club now. They
Well
bring in
run,
some
got
good
some good
players.
players.
Got some good players, yeah.
I'd say
Oh,
6,
6, 7, yeah, something like that.
6.5.
6.
6.
All right.
Right, let's go Fulham.
Fulham have been brilliant. Surprise package of the season. I think they're going to make it into Europe.
Fulham have been.
They're a good
Marco
team,
Silva.
man. They're a
Marco
good
Silva's
team.
name. Marco Silva should be your manager.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it? Come on, lad.
You turn your nose up. What you?
No,
It's
I mean, like, I
Spurs.
hate
Good
this.
manager.
When,
Yeah.
like, you know, like a middle of the road team, all of a sudden has a really good season. Oh, you should
You're
manage
middle of the
Spurs.
road.
You're
Like,
the-
what do you
yeah,
mean?
You're the middle of the road
Like,
team.
come on,
They're the
mate.
team
You've
that are going to
never been
qualify for
anything
Europe.
but
Conte,
that.
Mourinho.
Yeah, and
we
they
have
failed
got
miserably.
Pochettino. Like, we've had
That's what
top
you do.
managers.
Ruin managers. You ruin managers.
Marco Silva is a good manager. He's
I
doing
think he's
really well for them, and you know,
nothing.
they're like an 8.
Yeah, they're an 8.
And listen, I wouldn't say if it did happen and Marco Silva would become a manager, I go, okay, let's see.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to be like, oh my god, we've got Marco Silva. Like, come on,
I think
like,
it's
he's
a
a good
really,
manager.
He's a good manager, and you're right. 8 for Fulham is correct.
Aston Villa.
Not been quite as
No.
good. We're talking domestically
No.
here. It's not
No.
really happening, is it?
But they are still in and around in the league. I know it changes week, but they are still in and around kind of where they want to be to
Yeah,
compete
I'd
for
say
top 4
6.
again. I'd say
It's
6.
average.
They had a period in the season where there was no wins in
Come on,
8.
they've done well
So
in
it was
Europe.
awful.
No,
but
if-
they
if-
stabilised.
if- As a season
if you
as
want
a
to
whole.
bring, if you want to bring
Yeah.
Europe in, I think you got look. They've
Well, I
beaten
think-
Bayern
I think
Munich.
you
You got
have-
8.
yeah.
But if you want to just look at Premier League, I think 5.
5's a bit
Yeah, I'd say just above a 5, only because they're not way off where they want to be. They want to be competing for top 4, and they're there or thereabouts.
Okay, so 5. Bournemouth, another.
I'd have them both
Oh, they're a
tomorrow.
9.
I could give Bournemouth a 10 here.
No,
Genuinely.
no such
In
thing
terms
as
of
a 10.
Expectation.
in terms of what you thought they would be doing, in terms of like the players that they have available, the size of the club, Iraola is manager of the season.
And
so
then
far.
massively over.
It is a 9, isn't it?
No,
It is a
Nuno
9.
could be the manager.
Nuno
of the
Espirito
season.
Santo.
So we've got to say,
They've got to
we've
sort the
save.
ground out though. haven't
9.
they?
Yeah.
So, but, like, they could be a
Yeah.
10, but we give them a 9 because the
Because
ground's
it's stupid,
terrible.
stupid little ground.
They've got 11,000
Yeah,
there.
you get less than 1,000
Do you know
away
what I
to
mean?
you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but-
in bigger charity
Yeah,
games.
but guess what, Jay? You still go there. You get turned over, mate.
Well, it's nice.
That's what I mean. 12,000
I know, mate, but
still
it's
get
like-
turned over because they create an
come on,
atmosphere.
come on, lads. You're in the
It's tough to
Premier
go there.
League.
No, they've
You're in the
been,
Premier
they've
League.
been
Like,
amazing.
put some
We
seats
can't
on the
do
roof.
big club
What are we
price. It's not
saying
their
here?
fault.
What are
They
we
ain't got
saying?
nine.
Nine.
The fact that they're even competing
9.
with gate receipts of 12,000 fans.
Man City.
This could be minus.
If there's ever minuses, I want minus 10.
They're lower than we thought they could possibly be,
nah.
in the way that Nottingham Forest are higher than we thought they could ever
100%,
be.
Jay.
Like,
Yeah,
for,
it's
for
got to be
their,
minus,
for
mate.
their
This has
brilliance.
never happened in his career.
8
This is
losses
the worst
in
he's
11
ever
games.
I think it's harsh to go minus. Come on,
Harsh.
lads.
Minus.
Manchester City, mate. They're on for a 5p.
I know, but they've won 4 Premier League
Yeah,
titles.
that's great.
They're gonna
It's not
have
about
one
what you've done
season where it
historically.
drops off.
No,
they
it's
can't
about
they go
this
from like
season.
minus. 11 out of 10 to a minus just
Minus.
because
City,
they've dropped.
minus,
mate.
minus 5.
Minus
10.
eight.
Minus
Minus
8.
eight.
You know what? I'm just,
Minus 8.
Minus 8.
I'm not
Minus
having-
8.
Minus 8.
Yes.
Minus 8.
Minus 8.
That's
mate.
Minus 8.
It's been
At
shocking.
least.
This could be a 10. Nottingham Forest.
You're correct. You're correct.
But they've been,
Only 10.
they've
Well,
been
should we say
unreal.
9?
You're correct.
Well, 10 would be like
this,
top of the league.
No, this is a 10.
it
Nuno
a 10?
Espirito Santo is
Or in
top
top
of the
4?
league for what he can possibly do. Like, they
Yeah,
couldn't be any
can't go
higher.
higher.
They can't go
it's
higher.
been perfection,
In
isn't it?
terms of what they've achieved in a short period of time,
Unbelievable.
Yeah, the
I
Should have never
turnaround.
let him go.
I would give
Yeah.
him a 10. Arsenal?
Minus. Minus.
Nah, it's not minus.
Come on, mate.
It's not minus. It's not minus.
Just minusing
It's
off
not
everyone.
minus. It's not minus.
You've got to bring in the
about.
No,
You've
you
got to
hate
bring in
Arsenal.
the
It's not
expectation.
minus. It's
You've
not
got to
minus.
bring in the expectation.
Yeah,
They're-
but
it's
I thought they were going to win the
average.
league. They,
Yeah.
they will not win the
that's
league.
not
now.
minus for that.
Yeah, no. It's
Do you
not
think they
minus.
can win the league now?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, well, you
Fair
know,
enough. If you'd said no, I would have said, well, that means they failed
Yeah,
already.
they're not 100% out of it yet.
They're not out of
So
it.
it's not minus.
So yeah, I'd say 6.
Yeah,
They've been an average season for them so far, but they're in touching distance.
Yeah.
They've been disappointed in certain games. They have had injuries. Odegaard was a big loss for them. But, you know, once it comes to January, they've done it last season and went out to Dubai, come back, won 16, 17 games.
I'd say 5. Par.
Okay. I mean,
No,
I
it's been
disagree.
below par though.
It has been below.
4. I'm gonna go 4, Jay. I'm gonna go 4.
Okay.
It's got to have a down mark.
I mean, listen, I don't care. It's
Yeah.
Arsenal. I mean, put on whatever you want.
4. Chelsea.
Chelsea.
This is the easiest one that we're going to do. 10, right? Enzo Maresca came in. You would have expected him to totally fail. You would have expected him to be first manager sacked. And what has he done? He has turned us into genuine title
Mate,
contenders.
Jay,
Spent 1.2 billion pounds.
Yeah, no,
Mate.
Jay, we
Like,
said
come
the
on, mate,
manager's
you
going to
can't-
get. Let's just be honest here. We said the manager's going to get sacked. That ain't going to work.
No,
They've
I
got too
never
many
said
players.
that. I never
and
said
now we're
that.
saying,
I've never
like,
said
puff your
that.
chest out, saving the Tyrus.
No, I've never said
Did you
that.
not say
Listen,
that?
you've had a really good. Fair play to him. But let's not get away from the fact that you have spent a lot of money.
So they should
and
be
you
this good.
So this isn't like a coincidence. All of a sudden, like, oh, Chelsea, have come from nothing, like Nottingham Forest. Like
true.
you are Chelsea.
That's true.
But
That's
part-
true.
And
but
it's
That's
been a
true.
part-
massive drop off,
I don't
and
know
now
if
you've
it's
come
fair.
back to where you're probably meant to
But
be.
a lot of what
tends
he's
to
done,
high.
a lot of why he's done so well isn't about the money. So look, if you don't
You
think
can say
10,
7 or 8.
I could
Not
say
10.
9. Let's agree 9. Okay, great.
I'll say
9.
8 because I don't want you. I just don't
Okay,
want to disagree.
okay, 8.
Go on.
7 then.
And Liverpool, I think you've got to kind of go 10 again. Like, how many slots come into a team?
Nobody
Didn't-
thought that. They only lost one
Nobody
game,
thought
mate.
that.
Nobody
But then,
thought that.
but then Enzo Maria, if we're giving
No,
slot
but
of 10, I
Liverpool
think
No, but he's top of the league.
Liverpool
got icons in the team.
Arnie Slot's come into a team that was already brilliant.
Icons. Exactly, icons in the
So,
team.
No, but you'd
he's,
expect a
alright,
drop
he's
off
put his
as
own
well.
mould on
He
it.
has, man.
But to say like 10, I think it's a bit like.
Why Chelsea 10?
I didn't realise you're very stingy with these scores
He
at
is, isn't
times.
he?
I'm like Scrooge.
yeah, he's a Christmas Grinch.
I'll say 8,
9.
8 for Liverpool.
You two
Nine,
made a
nine.
pig's ear of that segment. I think I got that one spot on.
Chelsea 10.